This is the context for Stage 3. This section in particular explores the different buildings and layout of Pompeii. It is also somewhat concerned with the ethnic makeup of the town and the way this has come about. Pompeii, as I have mentioned previously, is a town located in southern Italy in the region of Campania. It is also situated roughly 60 kilometers from the capital and was in a region with rich, fertile soil. The volcanic soil, rich in minerals, was perfect for crop growing and allowed the town to flourish. Rich Romans bought property to take in the natural beauty and serenity away from the hubbub of Rome. For the ancient era, 50,000 made Pompeii their home, and this was considered a very large and prosperous town, even if it only equates to modern-day Bedford. The town had 11 towers and 8 gates stationed all around. Pompeii was fortified by a city wall that guarded against attack and checked imports into the marketplace. The town guard was usually drawn from the local populace. Though the city was located in a secure part of the Roman Empire, civil war had reached its gates in the past. The rogue senator Sulla, who had become dictator in the 1st century BC, destroyed the Italian rebels at Pompeii and sacked the city. The streets were paved and had raised pavements that allowed pedestrians to avoid horse-drawn carriages. Stepping stones across streets allowed the same pedestrians to cross without dirtying their feet. The town was laid out in neat blocks divided by 3 main streets that resembled the layout of a modern American city in their symmetricality. Funnily enough, the streets had no names, and visitors would need to ask locals for directions. Without sounding like a tourism advert, the street of shops in the town contained a myriad of locally owned businesses like bakeries, tanners, and even brothels. Signs with various symbols outside shops represented what goods were sold. So dairies had a frieze of a goat, and stonemasons depicted a hammer and chisel outside. While business did take place on the street of shops, the Forum in the southwest was the main hub of commerce. Men like Caecilius would lend money to their clients, and other market traders sold goods like clothes and fresh fruit. This main forum square also contained the most important buildings: the town hall, polling offices, and the Temple of Jupiter. Religion was an important tool of social cohesion, and therefore given a prominent place. The imposing columns ensured that passers-by were reminded of Jupiter's power. As a port and market town, Pompeii saw many different nationalities enter. The reach of the empire's forces across 3 continents meant various races could travel along roads that were built by the Romans with relative ease. There was even a small Jewish contingency in the town that fled Jerusalem after the Second Temple's destruction by Vespasian 9 years prior. Since then, the surviving Jews that weren't killed made their home in the rest of the empire. Many had been massacred on the Rock of Masada, and anti-Semitism ran high among Pompeians. The Romans were also distrustful of the Jews, as Judaism was impossible to reconcile with the Roman gods, who were many rather than just one. Romans brought stability to the provinces by incorporating local religions into their own. Since this wasn't possible, the Romans never felt secure in their control over the Jewish population. It's also important to note that the army was used to keep control, and that was very powerful and, in the ancient world, one of the most regimented and disciplined. And this allowed them to control the various provinces as well.